Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with you with another video and it's the last one of the year and it's a good one, so stay tuned. First, I'd like to mention this video is sponsored by Squarespace. They're an awesome all-in-one platform for all that your website might need. They have a great customer service in case you have any issues with setting up your website. They have beautiful templates that you can fully customize and you can change around if you change your mind at some stage. They are very affordable to work with. Their plans start at around $10 a month, which is really good, especially if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money to put into your website. It looks super professional, super nice, and I definitely recommend it. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure to use my discount code and you'll get 10% off of your first purchase. So today I'm going to be walking you through my latest shoot that I've done in Bali. I shot it in this beautiful location called the Hanging Gardens of Bali. It's in Ubud, so I had to drive around an hour to get there. That's where my model was staying and it was a really beautiful location, so I was delighted to get to shoot there. So as you guys know from my previous videos, usually if I shoot in the direct sunlight situations or, any kind of sunny kind of days and so on, I like to start either quite early in the morning, kind of just after sunrise, or quite late in the afternoon, just before sunset. And the reason for that is that if you are shooting anywhere in between 9 o'clock and maybe 2 or 3 o'clock, the light is going to be very harsh and you're going to get loads of very unflattering shadows underneath the model's eyes, and you don't really want that. But in this particular situation, because I was driving to Ubud and I had a late night, I didn't manage to get there on time early enough. We only started shooting at around 9:30 in the morning, which is quite late. But you know what? I thought that it would be a good example to show you guys how I shoot in those kind of conditions, how I manage this kind of light and so on. When we first came in, the sun was quite, hidden behind the clouds, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But then as we kind of progressed into shooting, the sun was peeking out here and there, so we had to manage the light kind of accordingly. We also had to keep in mind the direction of where the villa was and how it was positioned for the light and so on, what the interesting angles were and all this kind of stuff when kind of planning the shots and kind of working on that. I decided that the most flattering look would be backlit. I thought that it would give us a nice kind of soft look. We were going for this kind of like slightly overcast look, but because we got sun, obviously there was nothing we could do about it. So I thought that I would make the best out of it, just having the model backlit. We might end up having a few kind of harsher highlights on her face and so on, but I kind of, faced her completely away from the light. It was getting a bit harder as we went on because, the sun was getting higher and higher, so it was harder to just kind of position her straight behind the light because it was getting up and up in the sky. So there was a few main areas in the place that we really liked and I thought that it would work very well. There was the just the corner edge of the place where she could just stand. There was this nice reflection in the mirror where I could take photos of her while she was standing, but then if I turned it the other way around, it was exactly the same and the mirror was a bit of a pain, so I just dropped the idea. We also put our model in the pool, and I always like shooting those really close portraits of girls in the water, and you have probably seen it before on my profile. And what I usually do is I get the girl to go into the water, I get her to submerge herself quite low, maybe kind of like shoulder height, and then I usually just put my camera very close to the edge of the water, which I know is very risky. What I do though is I put my hand underneath it to make sure that once my hand touches the water, it's not safe anymore and I should raise my camera a tiny bit. One of my favorite looks was for sure this one. I really enjoyed shooting it. I knew it was going to be a tricky lighting situation because it was quite bright, and then we were standing under this gazebo that was obviously giving us quite a lot of shade, but I thought that I could play with the fact that the model was quite oiled up. As you guys know, I usually do that anyway. I apply loads of baby oil or spray on oil. In this particular situation, there is no spray on oil anywhere in Bali, so I had to just use baby oil, and I just, slathered it all over her, and she was really oiled up. But usually by doing that, it gives the body really good highlights. And as you see here, the highlights really picked up. They were really nice and, kind of popping in the right places. And I liked using the kind of almost like a negative space face where you have quite a lot of really bright highlights, and the model herself is quite dark, but I feel just the little, you know, highlights on each side of the body, on the top of the bum and so on, play really nicely, and it just creates like a really nice moody image. One rookie mistake that I made on the shoot, and it's not really shoot related per se, is wearing leggings as usual, because I live in them, and I had to get into the pool, and it was very uncomfortable because I basically had to just go in and just let my legs be submerged, and it was kind of gross. So I'm super interested to hear, are you guys having any New Year's resolutions? For me, it's definitely trying to stay on top of my game with YouTube. I know I've been slacking for the last few weeks. There has been loads going on in my life, and I've been trying to kind of process it and deal with it. And I promise that next year I'm going to come back with more regular content and more cool shoots. I'm going back to Bali. I'm going to be based there for a while, and I really want to create some awesome stuff for you guys. So if you have any suggestions for me, if you want to see any particular videos on my channel in 2019, please let me know. I'm going to try and work on them the best I can. I'm getting all the help I can right now to kind of push out the videos and make everything run smoothly. So I'm really excited to share all the new content that I have with you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me in 2018, for letting me create all those awesome shoots and watching, you know, my behind the scenes and my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. I am looking forward to 2019 and creating loads of more awesome content for you. If you did like this video, as usual, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in 2019.